Hello everyone, I am Karthik and I am here to present you seminar on distributed snapshots, determining global states of distributed systems. It is a ACM transaction paper presented by K. Manichandi and Leslie Lampert in the year 1985. The theme of this paper is as follows. This paper represents an algorithm by which a process in a distributed system can determine a global state of the system during computation. Processes in a system communicate by sending and receiving messages. A process can record its own state and the message it sends and receives. Here we assume that processes do not share clocks or memory. The problem is to devise algorithms by which processes record their own states and the states of communication channels so that the set of process and channel states recorded from a global system state. This algorithm is to be superimposed on the underlying computation. It must run concurrently with but not alter this underlying computation. Global state detection algorithm can help to solve stability detection. Several distributed system problems needed to determine stability property. Let y be a predictive function defined on a global states of a distributed system D, that is, y of s is true or false for a global state S of D. The predicate y is said to be stable property of D if y of s implies y of f dash s dash for all global state s dash of D reachable from global state S of D. In other words, if y is a stable property and y is true at a point in a computation of D, then y is true at all later points in that computation. Examples for this stable property will be computation terminated, system deadlocked, then all tokens in a token ring have disappeared. Distributed system model. A distributed system consists of a finite set of processes and a finite set of channels. It is described by a labeled directed graph in which the vertices represent processes and the edges represent channel. Channels are assumed to have finite buffer, error free, and to deliver message in the order in which it is sent. The state of a channel is a sequence of messages sent along the channel, excluding the messages received along the channel. A process is defined by a set of states, an initial state and a set of events. An event E in a process P is an atomic action that may change the state of P itself and the state of at most one channel C incident on P. The state of C may be changed by the sending of a message along C if it is directed away from P, or the receipt of a message along C if it is directed towards P. This is an example for a distributed system. Here P, Q and are three processes, and P sends messages to Q via channel C1 and C2. Q sends message to R through channel C3, and R sends message to P through channel C4. A global state of a distributed system is a set of component process and channel states. The initial global state is one in which the state of each process is its initial state and the state of each channel is the empty sequence. Here it is defined a function next, where next of s, e is the global state immediately after the occurrence of event e in global state s. Let sequence equal to ei of 0, which is lesser than or equal to I, which is lesser than or equal to n, be a sequence of events in component process of a distributed system. We say that sequence is a computation of system if and only if event ei can occur in global state si, where I is lesser than equal to 0 and lesser than equal to n and greater than equal to 0, where s0 is the initial global state and s I plus 1 equal to next of si comma ei, where I is lesser than or equal to n and greater than equal to 0. Let us see a simple example for two process and two channel distributed system. It consists of two processes P and Q and two channels C and C dash. It is shown in the figure. The system contains one token that is passed from one process to another, and hence we call this system as a single token conversation system. Each process has two states, S0 and S1, where S0 is the state in which the process does not possess the token and S1 is the state in which it does. The initial state of P is S1 and Q is S0. Each process has two events. First one is a transaction from S1 to S0 with the sending of token, and the second one is a transition from S0 to S1 with the receipt of the token. The state transition diagram is shown in the figure. This is an example for global states and transitions. A system computation corresponds to a path in the global state transition diagram. It is shown in this figure, starting at the initial global state. Examples of system computations are the empty sequence. It is in the first transition, and second thing will be P sends token, Q receives token, and Q sends token. The following sequence is not a computation of the system. P sends token, Q sends token, because the event Q sends token cannot occur while Q is in the state S0. Here are the four transitions, that will be 1 to 2 and transition 2 to 3. In of C is and in of Q. We denote this location of the token. This example will be used to motivate the algorithm. This is an example for non-deterministic computation. Non-determinism plays an interesting role in snapshot algorithm. There is exactly one event possible in each global state. Consider a system with the same topology as in previous example, but where the process P and Q are defined by the state transition diagrams as shown in this figure. This diagram shows an example for computation. The reader we should observe that there may be more than one transition allowable from a global state. For instance, event P sends M and Q sends M. may occur in initial global state and the next state after these events are different. This is the explanation for a previous example where M is a marker and M dash is a message. In that example only one event was possible. Different permutations of sequence of events will lead to different global state which are non-determinism. Non-determinism, for example, the event P sends M and Q sends M may occur in initial state and the next states after these events are different. Now let us come for global state recording algorithm. These are the steps of that algorithm. First is each process records its own state and the two processes that a channel is incident on cooperate in recording the channel state. We cannot ensure that the state of all process and channel will be recorded at the same instant because there is no global clock. However, we require that the recorded process and channel states form a meaningful global system state. Next is the global state recording algorithm is to be superimposed on the underlying computation, that is, it must run concurrently with but not alter the underlying computation. The algorithm may send message and require process to carry out computations. However, the messages and computation required to record the global state must not interfere with the underlying computation. Now let us consider this example. Assume that the state of process P is recorded in a global state in P. Then the state recorded for P shows the token in P. Now assume that the global state transits to in of C because P sends a token. Suppose the states of channel C and C dash and of process Q were recorded in global state in C. So the state recorded for channel C shows it with the token and the states recorded for channel C dash and process Q show that not in position of the token. The inconsistency arises because the state of P is recorded before P sent a message along C and the state of C is recorded after P sent the message. Let n be the number of messages sent along C before P state is recorded, and let n dash be the number of messages sent along C before C state is recorded. This example suggests that the recorded global state may be inconsistent if n is lesser than n dash. Now consider an alternative scenario. Suppose the state of C is recorded in global state in P. The system that transits to global state in C and the state of C dash, P and Q are recorded in global state in C. The recorded global state shows no tokens in the system. This example suggests that the recorded global state may be inconsistent if the state of C is recorded before P sends a message along C and the state of P is recorded after P sends a message along C, that is, if n is greater than n dash. From this example, a consistent global state requires n equal to n dash. Let m be the number of messages received along C before Q state is recorded. Let m dash be the number of messages received along C before C state is recorded. We leave it up to the observer to extend the example to show how consistent it is. If m equal to m dash, in every state the number of messages received along a channel cannot exceed the number of messages sent along that channel. That is, n dash cannot that is n dash is greater than or equal to m dash. From this equation, n must be equal to or greater than equal to m. The state of channel C that is recorded must be sequence of messages sent along the channel before the sender state is recorded, excluding the sequence of messages received along the channel before the receiver state is recorded. That is, if n dash is equal to m dash, the recorded state of C must be empty sequence, and if n dash is greater than m dash, the recorded state of C must be the m dash plus 1 till nth message, n dash the message sent by P along C. Process P sends a special message called a marker. After the nth message, it sends along C. And before sending further message along C, the marker has no effect on the underlying computation. Global state detection algorithm outline. Marker sending rule for a process P. For each channel C, incident on and directed away from P. P sends one marker along C after P records its state and before P sends further messages along C. Marker receiving rule for a process Q. On receiving a marker along a channel C, it is as follows. If Q has not recorded its state, then following statement should be executed. Q records its state. Q records the state C as an empty sequence, or else Q records the state of C as a sequence of message received along C after Q state was recorded and before Q received the marker along C. Next is termination of the algorithm. The marker receiving and sending rules guarantee that if a marker is received along every channel, then each process will record its state and the states of all incoming channels. To ensure that the global state recording algorithm terminates in finite time, each process must ensure that L1 is no marker remains forever in an incident input channel, and L2 it records its state within finite time of initiation of the algorithm. Properties of global state. This figure shows that the recording algorithm was initiated in global state S0 and terminated in global state S3. Observe that the global state S star recorded by algorithm is not identical to any of the global state S0, S1, S2 and S3 that occurred in the computation. Let sequence equal to E1 which is lesser than or where I is lesser than or equal to greater than or equal to 0 be a distributed computation, and let Si be the global state of the system immediately before event Ei, where I is greater than or equal to 0 in sequence. Let the algorithm be initiated in global state Si and let it terminate in global state S5, where I is greater than equal to 0 and lesser than equal to 5. In other words, the algorithm is initiated after E of I minus 1 if I is greater than 0, and before Ei, and it terminates after E of E5 minus 1 if phi is greater than 0 before E5. We observe in the example that the recorded global state S star may be different from all global state Sk, where k is greater than equal to I and lesser than equal to phi. it can be shown that S star is reachable from Si and S phi is reachable from S star. We can also show that there exists a computation sequence SEQ dash, where SEQ dash is a permutation of SEQ such that Si, S star and S phi occur as global state in SEQ dash. S1 equal to S star or Si occurs earlier than S star, and S phi equal to S star or S star occurs earlier than S phi in SEQ dash. Here it is shown that SEQ dash is a permutation of SEQ and S1 equal to S star or S1 occurs earlier than S star. S phi equal to S star or S star occurs earlier than S star in SEQ dash. There exists a computation SEQ dash equal to E of EI dash, where I is greater than equal to 0, where for all I, where I is greater than 1 or I is greater than 5, greater than equal to 5, E of I dash equal to EI, and the subsequence E of I dash where I is greater than I dash and greater than lesser than 5 is a permutation of subsequence E of I, where I is greater than equal to I and lesser than 5, and for all I where I is greater than I dash and 5 is lesser than I, S of Si dash equal to Si, and there exists some k where k is lesser than 5 such that S star equal to Sk dash. This is an example to how computation SQ dash is derived. To show how SQ dash can be derived from SQ. In this example, E naught, these are the sequence of events. First one is E naught. First, P sends M, changes state to B. This is a post recording event. In E1, Q sends M dash, changes state to D. It is pre-recording event. E2, P gets M dash, changes state to A, post recording event. We can interchange E0 and E1 to form the subsequence SQ dash, which corresponds to global state as we seen in the figure 8. Next is stability detection. Stability detection algorithm is defined as follows. It has an input which has stable property y, and output a boolean value definite with the property y of s1 is definite, and s definite gives y of s of y. Algorithm correctness comes from the properties as discussed earlier. These are the concepts I understood from this paper, and I try to make you understand through this seminar. Thanks for your time. Thank you.